My name is Tracey Wallace. I'm the Family School Liaison Counselor at AB Daly School, and I've been around for a long time and never had to make videos of myself reaching out to people. So this is a pretty strange and new experience for me. So I'm trying my best. Um, I want to say first and foremost that we miss your kids at our school. Something fierce. It's strange and odd not to have them there. It's quiet, a little too quiet, and we just miss them. We miss them so much. And I hope that you know that, and I hope that you pass that on to them. Um, I don't have any magic answers for you today, but I do want to try and do something that could possibly shift your thinking a little bit with you. Um, yeah, I think mostly I want to just share a little bit of perspective that I learned a couple weeks ago that was really helpful for me, and hopefully it can help you too. Some of the things that I hear from talking with parents and kids that are going through this COVID experience with all of us together in the world is that they're tired. They're more than tired, they're exhausted. Um, I hear that they're emotional, and that includes being scared and being worried, being angry, being frustrated, and just wondering what's next, right? How long, and all kinds of questions that we really don't have answers for. I hear that they're overwhelmed, that they're feeling overwhelmed entirely with the entire process and what's required and what's people are expected to be functioning within. So if that sounds like you, please keep listening because I think this probably could support you a bit. One of the things that I heard early on that, like I said, was really helpful for me was somebody said to me, I want you to think about it this way. So, my first and most important job, I'll just use myself as an example, maybe that can help. My first and most important job is being a mom. All right. This is what I do with your kids sometimes. I draw a lot of stick men, so you'll have to bear with me. So there you are in that mom role. Now we know, or dad, pardon me, or caregiver. And we know that that job is hard. It's speaking for myself personally, that's my toughest job. It's the least amount of pay, the least amount of reward sometimes, and just really kind of consistently filled with, am I doing the right job? Am I doing this right? What happens? What happens? Again, lots of things that are out of control, right? And whether it's something as small as how we're eating and what we're eating, or whether it's you know the PlayStations and how much PlayStation time or school time or friend time or who they're hanging out with. Those are hard jobs. That's a hard job. It's a full-time job that requires my full-time commitment. Okay, so that's number one. And if you think about it right now, most of us are being asked to do another job. So there's that teacher job next, right? Sometimes that looks like a supervisor. I have two 15-year-olds at home who are in grade 10. Poor guys are doing social 10 and science 10 right now. And one of those classes I'm super helpful with, and the other one, well, not so much, right? And so I get probably 12 emails a day from their respective 6 teachers each, addressing what should be done and how they should be doing things. And I have 2 fairly academic kids that are you know quite committed to having academics success with their academics. Definitely struggle here and there on things, but for the most part they're pretty engaged. They're interested in schoolwork. So I'm quite lucky, and I'm finding that a pretty full-time frustrating job. So if you have a student that's in grade 6 or below, this is This is a totally full-time job that you're seeing there. What is being required of you is done by a person full-time, right? They commit time and energy, probably 4 to 6 to 8 years of education to be able to competently do that. And it's a lot of work. I watch them every day for 17 years now. Teachers they work hard. Right? So when you think about it, that's 2 jobs that you're being required to do. So now, if I can give you another sort of perspective. And this is again a personal one. Here's my 3rd job that I'm doing. I'm a family school liaison counselor. So I'm doing this from home, half from home and half from school, connecting with families, trying to answer questions, trying to support them, trying to connect with their kids and talk with them and give them, just keep that relationship going, keep them feeling supported. And that's a full-time job that I do. I only do it for 4 days a week, but it takes a full-time job. And again, commitment and energy and time. So when you look at that, that's three full-time jobs that are being asked of me right now. So when I look at it that way, no wonder I'm tired. No wonder I'm exhausted. In fact, no wonder I'm emotional, feel like I'm failing. No wonder I'm scared. I'm wondering how do I do this? How do I connect? How do I make this work? Or no wonder I'm overwhelmed, right? Makes sense when you think about it that way. So the bulk of you are doing the same thing that I'm doing, right? With those 3 jobs. They look different, maybe at your house, or maybe you're a single parent with 3 or 4 kids at home, right? Because the other part of your family is working, or there is just one parent in your family. This is hard. This is a hard time. So that, if you kind of shift your thinking and look at it that way, keep that in mind. Remember that this is unprecedented times. Nobody knows how to do this properly. We haven't, there's no rule book, right? There's no, this is how we do this. This is how we handle these concerns. So when you're feeling tired, overwhelmed, and exhausted, and emotional, and angry, and frustrated, and all of those feelings that all of us are having, first thing you need to do is give yourself a break, right? I'm sure you're doing the best that you can do, and I'm sure you're going to keep doing that. Some days you're going to have rock star days where you nail all 3 jobs really, really well. Some days you're going to have terrible days where you can't even meet the minimum standards of all 3, and you're maybe eating cereal for supper. It's happened at our house. So keep that perspective in mind when you're thinking about it. This process that's happening with COVID-19 right now is just like a trauma that the entire world is going through. So when we talk about people going through trauma, we talk about the enormous impacts that has on their health and well-being. So when we think about that, the entire world is going through this trauma right now. This is hard. Slow down. Give yourself some rest. Make sure you're sleeping. Make sure you're eating. And at the bottom, at the minimum of those 3 jobs, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of them. And when it's really hard and you just need to stop and tell each other that you love each other. Tell yourself that you're doing a good job. Take a break. We'll get through this. We have to do it together. Okay? Thank you.